Happy Sunday, everybody. It's Sunday evening. It's after 8:30, and I can't believe that it is still kind of light out here. Here in Ohio, we had such an awesome weather weekend. It's been almost 80, no rain. So that's the whole point of this little video tonight. I'm taking you around the front yard of our house. I'm going to show you what Dan and I have been working on with some outside projects we've been wanting to kind of tackle. So, yeah, we worked really, really hard tonight. Well, pretty much most of the afternoon. I look like a hot mess. My back hurts. I'm tired. Dan, I'm sure, too. And we might do a little fire tonight if Clark will stay in his bed. But yeah, I'm going to turn the phone around. I'm going to show you what we were tackling today. And I'm sorry I don't have any before pictures because these bushes in the front yard were ugly and a mess, but they are gone. So let me show you. Okay, so here's the side of our front porch. So right here, we had two pretty big bushes. One was kind of like a holly, and the other one, I don't know. It had purple flowers, kind of like that one. And then it just had these ugly twig branches sticking out. I think it was kind of like a half-dead bush. Pretty ugly and not nice to look at. And then I think I showed this once before. Right here, it almost looked like a little tree. It was a bush, maybe like 1.5 feet high, because we didn't get the root out. And we were keeping this one because it's so pretty. And then we kind of had like a stump and stuff here, but Dan worked really hard, and we got this one out, and for the most part we got this one. There's a little bit of, this is kind of rotted a little bit and it's soft, so it's just gonna, eventually we're gonna have a mulch all in here, so it'll kind of disintegrate and you won't see it. And then the ugly bushes that we had. This one, man, this was pretty hard for him to pull the root of the whole thing out. And then there's some kind of flower in here. I know our next door neighbor told us what kind of plant that these are, and I don't remember what they're called, but they're supposed to be a really good plant. So we were trying very hard not to cut up any of those when we were getting that bush out, and some of the weeds too. So yeah, so we kept this small one, and Dan trimmed the back of it that was up against the porch. And then I gotta watch out for dog poop. And then the two different colored purple ones, where obviously we're keeping them. They only bloom and stay bloom for 3 weeks out of the year, which means they've already been in bloom, I think, for a week. So there's that one. And then actually this one hasn't started yet, but the color of that one there is going to be like a lighter purple. And Dan and I need to really trim these back kind of away a little bit off of the garage and the brick. And then some of it's kind of hanging over the sidewalk. So we want to kind of trim that off a little bit. Hasn't been trimmed probably for some years. See how that kind of, well, trust me, it hangs over. Eventually, our mailbox here that kind of leans over, Dan wants to take that out and move it over here. And I think he wants to put it somewhere right here by the steps of the porch. And the porch, there's another board in there that needs to be replaced, he told me. And this porch needs to be restained. It hasn't been stained since we first moved in here, and that was in 2011. So yeah, it's just really faded. And then he was showing me how this post here is kind of rotted some on the bottom. He'll have to replace that. But anyway, my main thing I wanted to show tonight was what we did over here. That was a lot of work. Most of it went to compost. And then we were able to save some nice thick branches, and we put them back in our fire pit. So I'll try to show you a view of the house closer to the street. Yeah. If you know us pretty well, you know how this looked. I mean, if you just look over here, it looks like, it just looks empty, very empty. Because the bushes, when they were there, they were like up, I don't know why that's not focusing, up just a little bit higher. And there's Clark not in bed. Hi, Clark, not in bed. Oh boy, what else is new? But yeah, we got to trim back those. But wow, look at that. Ooh, I don't want to fall in any holes here. Yeah, look who's not in bed, Daddy. Yeah, sneaky sneak. So it does, it looks different. But I'm gonna say goodnight. Dan's in the garage. He's working on a potting table of some sort on wheels he's making. So everybody have a good night. Hope you're having great weather, staying safe, staying healthy, and we will see you in the next video. Say goodnight, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.